we want to talk a little bit about a new show that just came out. It's been getting a lot of bad reviews. A real interesting story of it's kind of like Don't Worry, Darling. It's like a TV show that has had the equal amount of drama leading up to the actual premiere. Now there's 2 episodes out.
Yeah. And while like Don't Worry, Darling had a lot of drama of like, who spit on whose face. The first episode of The Idol has a little bit of that, but with who came on Jocelyn's face.
Come on now.
Pretty good stuff. But yeah, it's been an interesting ride seeing like all of the like people just trashing it online when I'm like, I mean, I don't think this show is meant to be the most serious thing in the world. Did you already say what we're talking about?
I said that we're talking about a TV show.
Oh,
but yeah, we're talking about The Idol.
Yes, thank you. Streaming on Max.
Yeah, it's maybe you've seen.
I'm sure you've heard of it.
Yeah, an image of the Weeknd, with a horrible rat tail.
Yes, the rat tail is a crime against humanity, but I think that's part of the point. I don't think you're supposed to think, oh, his character, that's a guy that's cool. I think you're supposed to go, that's a creep. I don't like him.
So, I mean, we're only 2 episodes into it. So, like, I don't really think there's anything for us to really spoil. But I feel like I'm curious of just your overall impression. Because this show is very weird and bizarre in a lot of ways.
Wild.
Its creator and director is Sam Levinson, who also did Euphoria. I still haven't watched Euphoria. So I was going to ask you, is this similar to Euphoria in just the provocativeness of it? Or
provocativeness for sure. Euphoria is nothing if not provocative, but it's also like a lot about, I would say like it really is about the main character, Rue. It's about the other people too, but I would say like Zendaya really, like there's so much that's really interesting with that show and really deep. I would say it's like not quite there, obviously, with The Idol yet, but it's also more about celebrity culture and stuff like that. And, Euphoria but I would say is like just as glam, like the glam and like the way that he styles everything and the way that the cinematography is always great. Like it looks incredible. Everything looks really good. That's like on par with Euphoria. But so far, I would say Euphoria is definitely better, but I mean, we're only 2 episodes in.
So what's been your overall impression of this show?
I'm still kind of not sure yet because, there's been so much talk of the drama, the change up, reshooting the whole season after like halfway through, and changing more of like from Lily-Rose Depp's character, Jocelyn, her point of view shifting to being more about like the Weeknd's character, which I believe is Tedros, as they confirmed in the newest episode. I don't know. I guess my main thing is that like I'm enjoying the show. I'm not like, oh my God, it's so good, I have to know what happens next. Yeah. I'm more just like curious where it's gonna go. And I'm wondering if this show is gonna be in on the joke by the end, or if it's like really just not getting what it's doing.
Yeah. I think I'm with you there. Here's the big thing that I'm kind of like on the fence about with it is I'm going to compare it to another movie or to a movie. When I watch this, I'm like, this feels like there's a lot of excess. Like it's very self-indulgent, and I'm going to compare it to Babylon. Whereas Babylon, I loved everything that it was doing. Like I felt like everything it was showing was very important to the overall story. I'm not really sure with The Idol. Like,
yeah,
I first off, I feel kind of weird with how sexual this show is. Like, this is a very horny show.
Yes, but is it sexy to you? Because that's one thing people have complained about. Is like for as sex like oriented and like so obsessed as this show is, people are like, I don't really feel like the sex scenes so far are like very sexy.
Yeah, I'm not ramped up after an episode. It's pretty weird.
It's more weird and unsettling, which maybe is the point. Like maybe it'll be for a reason. But yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah, like I'm watching this and I'm like, I feel like this was written by like a bipolar teenager. They're just like, we're gonna have these really deep emotional scenes that are really, really good, and then we're gonna do 10 minutes of sex and dirty talking and like just essentially a porno.
I mean, that is a lot of Euphoria. I'll give it that. Like maybe that's what you're but like so that's the thing is like Euphoria is also really really funny and like very clever and like really well done. And I think like part of that is like his success from that is probably why like Sam Levinson was given like whatever budget he wanted and just like free reign to kind of redo all this stuff after the other director left. So that could be it. I'm not really sure, but I will say like that kind of whiplash stuff is very like much a part of Euphoria as well. I think that's also just part of his style personally, but
Yeah, it's
it's a bit
just
more
weird.
abrasive here.
It's just weird. I keep sitting there and I'm like, is this necessary? Like
Yeah, like
is this adding to the story?
so far, no.
Like
Like
the whole end of the second episode, like I was like, this is softcore porn.
yeah,
Like
I
we're
don't
seeing
need this.
it's everything but penetration. Like what is happening here?
It's really weird. I will say, like,
It was like 15 minutes long.
yeah, like the sex scenes are way overblown. But like I think in general, like there's good stuff. I think I love her team and I hope that they continue to be a part of it because I think the casting and the characters are really, really fun. And also like really good. Like Hank Azaria had a really great performance in this most recent episode. I really enjoy all those people and I hope that they're around. I think Lily-Rose Depp is killing it.
Yeah, I think
She's great.
I think she's doing real good.
The Weeknd, I'm not sure about.
I'm unsure about the Weeknd.
His music for sure, I can tell. Like I don't mind the song that she has, like the song that's been in fucking every episode a billion times so far. I thought it'd be like, oh god, it's one of those stupid pop songs that they wrote and it's gonna suck. But it's actually good. Like I can tell. I know he's a great fucking musician. We all know that. But like, can he act? And is there like I just don't see what she sees in this guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, she likes that he's a little rapey.
That's what I'm saying. It's things like that I'm like, yeah, but really, like that's a creepy guy. I don't know.
The thing about the Weeknd that I don't like is that I can't tell if he's actually pretty good at acting or if that's just who he is. Like,
yeah,
I don't know anything about the Weeknd. I don't even really know much of his music, but I'm just like, this fits. It's real weird, and it's weird that you're part of the creation of this character. It seems a little natural, which
yeah,
I don't know.
I just feel like I've never thought that he's like unattractive, but so far I feel like they've done a great job of making him really unattractive, which I think is the opposite of what they were going for. Like if he was super hot or like super charismatic or something, I might be a little bit more like, okay, I get it, but like right now I'm like, girl, you could do so much better. Like, come on, you know? I don't see it yet. It's only episode 2 though. We've got a long way to go.
Right,
Lots more semen and sex and who knows what else.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm on the fence. So the next couple episodes need to kind of pull me back in because right now it's just a little weird. But
watch some Euphoria.
There's some really good stuff in there. Like it's clearly a high budget show. Like it looks great. It's just the very prolonged scenes of nothing really happening except for very vulgar sex.
Yeah. That's one thing that I will say Sam Levinson has been criticized before for a lot of gratuitous sex. I think a lot of people were offended with Euphoria at first because it's like teenagers, but I'm like, the characters are teenagers, but the actors are not. They were making it out like he's fetishizing high schoolers. I'm like, I don't really think that's 100% it, but
yeah, he wasn't doing a Michael Bay, with Transformers and Megan Fox.
Exactly. Thank you. That was very upsetting. Yeah, but still, it's still a lot. Like, do we need that many shots of Lily-Rose Depp's tits? I don't know. Maybe it's important to the story later on.
We'll see the big reveal.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We here.